Several young players at Liverpool are being eyed up by clubs seeking to exploit the loan market this summer. Tyler Morton is commanding widespread interest, as reported by Paul Joyce for The Times, and another prodigious midfielder at Anfield is wanted by multiple suitors. Bobby Clark is a target for the Red Bull stable, with their clubs in Leipzig and Salzburg both interested in signing him on loan, and it's added that other outfits are also eyeing the possibility of a temporary move for the 19-year-old. Derby County were among the EFL teams who wanted him on a loan move in January, but Liverpool refused to let him depart as Jurgen Klopp wanted him to remain on Merseyside, a shrewd call in hindsight given the injury problems which afflicted the squad over the subsequent weeks. It comes as no great surprise to see the Red Bull-owned duo taking an interest in loaning in Clark, who helped Liverpool to Carabao Cup final glory last season, when a number of first-team regulars were out injured. Leipzig in particular have forged a strong working relationship with the Reds, who signed the likes of Dominic Szoboszlai and Ibrahima Konate from the Bundesliga outfit, for whom Fabio Carvalho had a loan spell in 2023. However, the latter move acts as a cautionary tale when it comes to loan exits, as the ex-Fulham youngster struggled for game time in Germany to the extent that he was recalled by his parent club midway through the campaign. Clark deserves a chance to make an impression on Onslaught in pre-season before Liverpool make a decision on whether or not to grant him a temporary switch for 2024-25. If it becomes apparent that his first-team opportunities would be very limited at Anfield, it could be the right call to loan him out, so long as it's to a club where the 19-year-old would enjoy regular game time. If neither Leipzig nor Salzburg could realistically offer him that, then the Reds must hold out for a suitor who'd be better placed to make use of a prodigious talent who was labelled unbelievable by specialist football coach Ryan Drain, who previously worked with the teenager. Riccardo Calafiori, who has been linked with Liverpool, is set to complete a summer transfer elsewhere. According to Belgium-based reporter Sasha Tavalieri, Calafiori will join Juventus from Bologna. The centre-back, currently representing Italy at Euro 2024, enjoyed a fine 2023-24 season. He recorded 2 goals and 5 assists in 37 games as Bologna finished 5th in Serie A and qualified for the Champions League. That led to head coach Thiago Motta being poached by Italian giants Juventus after the exit of Max Allegri. And Motta looks set to reunite with Calafiori, who is also capable of operating in a left-back role at the Old Lady. Bologna are already searching for a replacement. Liverpool have officially kicked off the Onslaught era, with the Dutchman inheriting a squad that talent spread across the squad. With a major overhaul of the midfield last summer and no glaring holes in the current setup, new sporting director Richard Hughes can focus on strengthening a few key areas. One of the positions that most expect the Reds to dip their toe into the market to strengthen is centre-back. Joel Matip has left the club, leaving Virgil van Dijk, Ibrahima Konate, and young phenom Jarell Quansah as the returning core. Joe Gomez has spent much of his career playing in the centre of defence, but he proved his value last season as a utility player, stepping in for both full-back positions and holding midfield as well as central defence. Liverpool were said to be interested in highly rated young defender Lainery Euro, but the Spaniard seems set to sign with Real Madrid. Hughes and the technical staff seem to have already moved on, with a focus on Italian Riccardo Calafiori. The Bologna defender is primarily a left-footed centre-back, but has the ability to play as a left-back in a pinch as well. According to Italian publication Corriere di Bologna, Liverpool have begun to advance talks with Bologna for the 22-year-old, with the likes of Juventus, West Ham, and Newcastle also sniffing around. Bologna are said to be asking £21.3 million for Calafiori, but a strong showing from the defender during the Euros could see that price tag rise. He started the first 2 matches for Italy, performing well against Albania before scoring an own goal against Spain. Liverpool star Trent Alexander-Arnold is reportedly set to be dropped for England's final group game against Serbia. A report from The Athletic's David Ornstein has detailed how Conor Gallagher is due to replace the 25-year-old after 2 consecutive starts in midfield alongside Declan Rice. The Chelsea star replaced Alexander-Arnold in both games off the bench, including in the 54th minute during the disappointing draw with Denmark last week. Despite England's midfield coming under intense scrutiny, Alexander-Arnold's 3 chances created and 5 line-breaking passes in the final third surpassed any other England player. Yet, Gareth Southgate's decision seemed to have left the midfield disjointed as Denmark were easily able to cope and play through the middle of the pitch. The likes of Crystal Palace midfielder Adam Wharton and Manchester United star Kobbie Mainoo had been tipped to replace him, but it is clear that Southgate has opted for experience, with Gallagher being far more established than the 2 talented youngsters. England's midfield experiment with Alexander-Arnold looks to have fallen short, with the Liverpool star used to his right-back position, which differs greatly from the parameters of constantly being in the heat of the battle in midfield. Yet, Rice has passionately defended his teammate following the backlash, describing him as one of the best players he's ever seen. He said, I don't get it at all. I'll defend all of my boys until the day I never pull on an England shirt. Trent is one of the best players I've ever seen. Don't call for someone to play in a position and then backtrack all because you think he's had a bad game or something. I'll tell you now, Trent can play in midfield. I've seen it at England, I've seen it for Liverpool, he's unbelievable. That's what I say to the people who say that type of stuff. As Liverpool hope to support their guarded choices, Marc Guehi arises as a champion objective following his noteworthy exhibitions at Euro 2024. The young England defender, who has been linked to Chelsea and Liverpool, has proven his worth against Europe's elite on the international stage. Guehi is a significant investment for the Reds, but one that could strengthen their backline for years to come, despite being valued at £65 million by Crystal Palace. Gary Lineker has been unreserved in his commendation of Marc Guehi's exhibitions during the competition, featuring the player's capacity to stand apart even as the group confronted difficulties. On his podcast, Lineker expressed admiration, stating, "Positives, Marc Guehi, what a performance. It was even more special because the team was having trouble. He can defend, by the way. He's been totally magnificent, with and without the ball. He commits an error, and we as a whole go he's committed an error. However, he returns. He doesn't overreact, he didn't make a plunge. He has returned due to his quickness, which is extremely useful. He paused and picked his second, and his timing was amazing to obstruct it." Such supports from footballing legends just increment Guehi's enticement for top clubs. Guehi's interest in Liverpool reveals a clear strategic desire to strengthen their defensive line. In the midst of serious premium from other top clubs, including a potential revisitation of Chelsea who keep a purchase down condition, Liverpool's methodology in the exchange market should be self-assured and very much planned. The Reds are known for their careful exploring and vital acquisitions, and getting a player of Guehi's type would be a demonstration of their proceeded with obligation to mixing youth with experience and quality. Not only have Guehi's performances for England in Germany raised his profile, but they have also shown that he is ready to take on challenges at higher levels. He is an ideal candidate for Liverpool's defensive requirements due to his speed, tactical awareness, and ability to recover from setbacks. Liverpool management and fans alike will be keeping a close eye on the tournament in the hope that Guehi will become the next big signing at Anfield.